Hello there. We're introducing the Honda Global Standardization Project Dashboard. Right here is our front home page. Pretty simple interface. You have kind of two options right off the bat, either one to answer a survey or go straight to a dashboard. So to answer a survey, you just click on the button. Right here you'll see some different functional areas. This was set up for Honda, and these were 6 functional areas that they specified to us. And for this project we really looked to build out performance management and inventory management, so that's why we highlighted those two at this point. So if we just jump right in to performance management, click the button, takes you to a survey page. Now this survey, again, our team went ahead and built that out based on the requirements of working with Honda, but really you could go about creating your own questions as needed. And then here to the right you have a scale which uses form controls, and you can select to what degree you agree or disagree with any one of the questions. So just to demonstrate everything going through, I'm going to go ahead and fill out this one survey. It is 20 questions long. We broke it up into different categories of performance, satisfaction, completeness, and usefulness. And you'll actually see those breakdowns in our dashboard output. That kind of helps, I guess, organize the data a little more clearly. So right here, as we finish up, once you've answered all the questions, you can go ahead and hit submit down at the bottom. You'll also want to make sure to put in your employee ID, which I'll do as 5 ones there. And once you hit submit, all the answers get recorded, and the survey blanks out. And if you were just a survey taker and had no other function, this is where you could go ahead and close out of the dashboard. Now what just happened there is once we hit submit, we have a macro running in the background that actually recorded all of our data into our database. And you can see it right up there, the top 4 rows. That employee ID I entered answers all 4, so pretty identifiable to see where that information went. But if you now go back to the introduction page, you could imagine entering this as a manager now. And you would go to the check dashboard, and here we have a few things going on. Really off to the right you have high level a gap analysis, and so your top line is telling you what your goal is for any one functional areas being listed below. So performance management and inventory management were the two that we have some real data on, but most of the historic data is all kind of made up just so you can see what the system looks like populated. This bottom line here is our current performance, and then the gap in the middle is of course the difference there between where you currently are and where you want to be. And this is a static graph. It does get updated as our data gets updated in our database, but as far as controls with drop downs, it's not affected. Over here to the left you see some more dynamic graphs, and down here at the bottom as well. Starting here on the left, you can switch between inventory management and look at a different functional area. And you can also select some different timelines of information and how you would like to see it reported. So now we're looking at performance management over the last 3 months. And you can zoom in and kind of see which areas are performing compared to each other along the parameters of performance, satisfaction, completeness, and usefulness within the entire performance management department. Here you can see the overall score currently is a 4.75. That is an average of all the scores from this month that were taken, so that does take into account all those 4s I just put into the system, but then you also see the breakdown over each area. Um, from this, you can really see, it highlights that satisfaction and completeness are 2 areas to really watch out on. And down here, you have you can drill down into the specific questions from the survey. So we made just little keyword names for each of the questions, same order as they are found on the survey. And here you find your top 3 areas that have the lowest average scores, so you can look at those. But if you go in here, so let's say overall performance is pretty low, as you can see over here. So we go directly into the performance measurement, and now we're zoomed into the specific 5 questions that make up performance. With this, you have your minimum score and then your maximum score on the far end, and where the 2 meet, where the color changes, that's your average. And through this, you can really see right now that time savings is one of the lower scores, and again, overall performance is a lower score. So for you as a manager, this should be able to signal to you that there's something particularly with the time savings aspect that you can look into with this group and better understand how you can improve your system to meet their needs. But then also this overall performance score being so much lower than these other factors really signals that maybe there's something within these other 4 questions that you're not quite capturing. So it really is a good signal for you as a manager to go back out to the field and try to get more data, more information, and try to redefine those questions you're asking. And really, overall, that is our dashboard. And as far as last kind of final steps, if you set up a report that you're really like and you want to share it, we do have this little print report out button, and it prints a nice clean 1-pager with an overview of this information as you have it set at that time. And with that, that is about all we have to cover for you. Thank you.